Greetings and salutations. How's everybody doing? So, you know how, like, when it comes to, like, say, sometimes when it comes to the use of media players, like, say, on all, like, you know, VHS tapes, Blu-rays, DVDs, and all that, sometimes, you know, like, folks will use their PlayStations, sometimes they'll use their Xbox, and when it comes to watching films and all that. So, sometimes we come back and ask, I was recently in Walmart. Roll the clip. So, we're in the electronic sections. We got all these things like, say, you know, speakers, FM radios. Hey, you want an FM radio for $15? And a portable one. Neat. So, then we got things like the, the portable DVD players down there. Cords and all that. And now we're looking for the DVD players. So, well, I found one. Okay, good. This one has a audio cable and also HDMI. Wait, no, it has audio and composite, so that's good. And I had gotten a DVD player. The original idea was to use it to try to be able to watch DVDs on my little CRT. However, one thing that happened was in that I didn't. However, like, you know, we had some complications with that. So, why don't we talk about, like, why exactly is it that the DVD players are still sold in stores? And honestly, I think it could be a very varied answer. And that, yes, we have, you know, they're still selling of, like, say, PS4s and Xboxes and all that. Because, you know, the Xbox X and Xbox X, yes, they can play DVDs, Blu-rays, and the HD Blu-ray or whatever. Yes, they have that function. However, like, say, for those that probably aren't, like, you know, don't really have that, you know, those type of systems, you know, like, probably sometimes, like, say, growing up, you probably don't have that opportunity, and perhaps, like, some people still have, like, say, VHS DVDs, because, you never know, you might have your classic Three Stooges, Volume 7, you might have your Space Force, you might have your own DVD, you might have the Man with the Screaming Brain, you might have the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson. But one of the reasons why I think that, you know, DVD players are still sold along with Blu-ray players is that perhaps, yes, people will probably, you know, have a PS4 still, or a PS3, which are, you know, like, really great when it comes to watching media. I think perhaps, like, the reason why perhaps, you know, DVD players and even portable DVD players, you know, on the go and all that, are still sold in stores could be in that, well, we don't really have the opportunity to have Blu-ray players on the go, so perhaps that's the reason why there could be still having the opportunity to watch them on DVD players, you know, to go. And perhaps, yes, like, maybe, like, someone might not be able, since, like, you know, PS3s and PS2s, which also had the ability to play DVDs and all that, perhaps someone might not be able, like, available in stores unless you're perhaps finding them at luck at a thrift store, a gaming store, and all that. Because, yes, gaming stores, yes, you can find them, but sometimes you're not gonna always find them unless you go to a big city. Because, like, if I was to find one, I would have to go to Georgia. I would have to go to Savannah. Charleston. If I wanted to go to a gaming store to find something very specific. Because sometimes even gaming stores, they will have specific, you know, DVDs, fan things, like, uh, like comics, manga, and all that. So it could be like, like this one little guy had. Perhaps this is like, say, for those that might not be able to afford the, special, the more expensive. Well, cause like, say this one would only cost me $40. Perhaps like some version of them, like, the Blu-ray players, yes, they are probably a little bit more, like $100. So perhaps like folks that are wanting to watch the DVDs, they are probably feeling like, say, maybe they are wanting one that has more of a lower price in range. And also another question I could be asking is, why exactly are DVDs still on stores? Well, there are still, like, say, some films that are like very older, like, say, the Three Stooges, or say the Phantom of the Opera. Those can be available on Blu-ray, but unfortunately the thing that can be done is that, unfortunately, when it comes to higher definition for older films, they don't really add much of a clarity. Yes, they look great, but it's also in a way just releasing a film that has been, had a release of multiple times, or sometimes in a case of, finding a film that, sometimes there can always be the case of a film that has not really had much of a opportunity to get higher definition when it comes to a physical release, such as films like, say, Robert Bonayer's Free Enterprise, or heck, I, Madman, which I would love to talk about this film. But yes, like, say, sometimes when it comes to DVDs, sometimes you'd be able to find things that wouldn't get a Blu-ray release, because sometimes they might not have the like an edit of it that has all of its standard and upgrading of it, or the company that owns that specific film might not be able to have a say, hey, do it for what you will, here's all the footage of it and all that, to be able to upgrade it to a higher definition. But do you still get do you have a DVD player? Do you have a Blu-ray player? What format do you prefer watching? What do you usually watch your films on? Don't forget to put your likes, don't forget your thoughts, don't forget to put comments, and don't forget to like it, and all that. See you next time.